people that you ever did see. Younger than springtime or a newborn baby. And the show is gonna surely make you shout. Yes, ma'am. We're talking about 5 questions with James and Jam. Yeah, that's it.
Uh-huh. Yes, that's it.
That's it. I feel so short today.
Why do you feel so short today? I also I'm being very top heavy because like my microphone is like
we're at different angles.
Yeah, I know.
Well, this is a special show because it's just the two of us. So.
Just the two of us.
What? We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. You and I. Twerk. Are you about to twerk? You twerk. But no, what? I think that's a good one because that's the off-camera twerk, where your ass is off camera. But because I'll twerk from the elbows up. From the elbows up, I am. That's the reason I never fully learned how to tap dance because I was like, I'm 9 feet tall. I'm gonna be in the back row. So really,
I'm just gonna do the hands. Yeah,
I'm selling it. Wings.
Yeah. Hands. Wings. I'm doing wings. My feet ain't moving.
Yep. Killing it.
Oh my gosh. Yes, twerking. So I'm so happy today.
Yes, today's a good day.
Well, first of all, I think we need to just go. Welcome to 5 Questions with James and Jam.
Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome to 5 Questions with James and Jam.
I am John Andrew Morrison, known as Jam, and that delightful.
What's my name? James Jackson Jr.
What is my name? What is my name?
Mommy, what's my name?
Mommy, what's my name? Yes, I got an apartment today.
Yes, everyone. He did. We've got an apartment liver.
Yes, I have an apartment once again. So I've taken possession. I've taken the keys for a new apartment.
And it's. Do you want to tell people where it is? Like you're in what city? What part of the area you're in?
Oh, I'm in Astoria again, which is wonderful.
It's like a return to Astoria. I love that.
I know. I was like being all like, I'm going to live on the East Side. I'm going to live in Manhattan. And then like, yeah, the world.
You know what?
Like, no.
When you need a place in Manhattan, put it in your contract.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Hello, Christine Shep-Strong.
Christine Shep-Strong. You know what? She just won the Egg Wars in her family's Egg War in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, that they play every year. And she's never won. This was her first time winning.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So what is like an Easter egg hunt type thing?
No, apparently it's like, well, she can explain. She'll explain. Yeah, but like they like play bumper eggs.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I live for that.
I know.
Not even a couple years ago, Tom's family does a thing on Easter where they do an Easter egg hunt, but it's like the whole family. And so there are, those like plastic eggs you can get. So there are smaller ones that of course have candy in it for the kids. And then there are slightly larger sized ones
that have cocaine for the adults.
but they have like little nips or like things that chocolate. Okay. Things that, because most of the family likes chocolate. I don't like chocolate. But like little like liquor nips or things like that for the adults. Mm-hmm. So like everybody can take part in the hi, Michelle Kippenhan. Everybody can take part in the Easter egg hunt.
They're getting some kids drunk because they want them to go to bed early.
Oh, I'm sure. Because the ham tastes better when the kids are asleep.
The ham tastes better when the kids are asleep. So everyone, check in with us. Let us know that you're here. Give us a roll call. Say present. Say here in the comments wherever you're watching.
Yeah.
And let us know you're here. Otherwise, we can't.
Jello shot. Yes, there are Jello shots in some of the Easter eggs that they do for the kids. For the adults, but the kids can find them.
And cocaine.
The cocaina. We have a special show today because it's just us.
It's just the two of us.
What?
We can make.
I'm doing some rib isolation. We started out doing this whole thing with just the two.
Yeah, on Instagram.
This week's pillow already. The ham tastes better when the kid. Some of these, I gotta write these down
You know
because
what? Look, I've already reached out to my friend Corey Tutt, who has like a print to own company.
because we need merch. What is it?
I
The
mean,
ham
look,
tastes better
better when the kids are asleep. I mean, come on. Drive
Because
with your
here's what
knee.
happened.
Finish that
Drive with
sandwich.
your knee and finish that sandwich. Because these things keep coming back to me during the week. I'll talk to a friend of mine who my friend Adam watches the show like a couple days later, and he'll be like, oh, and he'll pull a quote from the show. And I'm like, oh, that's right. We like literally need merch because.
Well, thanks 2 days later, Adam.
But there are people. I think my friend Chris Yonan watches the show later. Hi, Celine.
Oh my gosh.
The folks are here.
The folks are here, and we love you. We
love
think
you.
you're delicious and you're wonderful. So I wanted to ask you a question because my mind was like all over the place today. I know you have some questions for me.
Yes.
Oh my God, Corey Tutt is here. Corey Tutt.
Hi, Corey Tutt.
Delicious. You're a wonder. Caroline, where have you been, my darling? We missed you, Caroline.
We have a very special show, so it's very good that there are special folks here. There's no guest tonight. It's just us.
It's just us. So please feel free to participate. Ask us questions. Is there anything you want to know?
Yeah, we're trying some things out tonight because we have like games we want to play and things like that. So
yes, and I will say we have guests. We have guests coming up.
Yes,
and we have a fabulous guest next week.
Yes,
we'll announce later.
We'll announce that.
Don't ever feel sorry.
Hi, Jimmy Wilson.
Caroline and Jimmy Wilson. Jimmy Wilson. I have to say, Jimmy Wilson, I like your hairy chest. I'm just going to say that on national TV on the internet.
Tom Lorio. I'm also here in the bedroom. Thank you.
Jimmy Wilson, like last summer, was just like always shirtless. And I appreciate it.
Look, it was the summer of COVID. It was the summer of it was hot.
It was hot. I'm just throwing people's random stuff up. Okay.
But that's what we need tonight. We need a lot of input as we discuss things that we want to discuss.
Yes.
But I'm sorry, you were saying something.
Well, so I had this weird thought. I had like 2 moments today. One of like absolute wonder and overwhelming joy, and then there was a moment of like no, not today. That was when the woman's pants fell all the way down and she didn't know in the Dwayne Reed, and I said, I'm not standing behind this woman with her ass out. I'm just not. So I put all of my products on just back and left because that's like
I think it was disturbing your joy. Today was a very big day for you and full of joy.
Yes,
and you have gotten a new apartment and like it's official and you can like move in and like you have the keys. Like that's a big happy thing.
Yes.
So anything that gets in the way of that joy, it's not a place to be.
Yes.
Whether it be Dwayne Reed, whether it be witnessing someone's pants disagreeing with their waist.
With their waist and full ass out in the line in Dwayne Reed. I'm not going to be behind you as you buy your Budweiser today. I'm just not. Jimmy Wilson
number 21.
Going to be even more.
Yeah. Look, it's going to be hot.
Well, what does that mean, Jimmy Wilson? It's going to be more. Is this booty shorts and
more
shirtless?
Is less. Less is more?
Less is more.
Yeah.
Like,
how does Demi Moore answer that?
How does?
Why is that also not the title of her autobiography? Less is more.
This is true. Well, this is going to be the second autobiography. Wait, now I've lost track. So, I was thinking
your joy was almost interrupted.
My joy was almost interrupted, and then I started thinking about, hugs. You remember hugs? Hugs were wonderful.
I've heard of it.
We used to do this thing called hugging, where we would like hold one another for a little bit and then let go.
Chest, and yes.
Yes. Okay. So hugs, and so I was thinking about when someone gives you a hug. But have you ever like been hugged by someone and it's felt like they were taking a hug away from you?
Well, there's a whole unwritten thing around that about like the length of a hug. You know, like
Yeah.
do you? And maybe it's not every hug, and maybe I will start to tally them as life comes back and we get to hug people hello again. But that moment, are you aware when someone lets go of a hug first? And do you feel weird about it?
Well, I don't know that I feel weird. No, I don't think that I pay attention to that. But like, it's an energetic thing. There is a man in my world, and I remember I used to see him all the time, and he'd go, "Oh, let me give you a hug," and then he would hug me, and it always felt like, you're not giving me a hug, like you're taking a hug.
Yes, there are those people. That's disgusting. Because I think a hug is, yes, a little, you're giving up a little bit of yourself. And I think we're all going to be a little weirded out by this as the world comes back. I had a totally inappropriate hug on Easter with Steve, and it was awesome. But that's the thing. We used to see people so much more and hug them. You know, and I think a hug is sort of a dialogue between bodies where you're like, I'm going to take a little piece of myself and let it press up against a little piece of yourself. And we'll do that for a few seconds. It's not kissing. It's not making out. It's not is it a belt buckle or something else? It's not a handshake. It's not as formal as that. There's something really interesting and intimate, but not like too explicit in a hug. And so you are giving up a little bit of yourself and you're receiving something from others, but there are people who take
the hug.
And then the hug feels wrong.
The hug feels like
almost dirty.
It does.
Yeah.
But I'm Michelle.
How do you fix that?
You don't hug them.
Well, but see, so the Steve that Michelle is talking about is a great friend of ours also. Like,
but why was that inappropriate?
But that won't it all Michelle, feel a little taboo right now? Won't it all feel taboo once we see people?
Right.
And like I miss, you know, I keep talking about like a rehearsal process, and I miss being in the room with people. But a large part of that is walking into the room and just hugging people hello.
This is true.
You know,
this is true.
That thing. So the give and take of that, and then to have there be some awkward person, because that used to happen also. Like you'd go to, you know, you'd be walking through Hell's Kitchen or wherever, or you go see someone's cabaret show at like 11 o'clock at night on a Tuesday. What's that thing? I'm going to go to like 54 Below on a Tuesday at 11:30 to watch you sing Lost in the Wilderness, a third down.
Right.
So you're at that, and then there's some asshole in the audience, and you're like, oh, great. And then you find out he got a comp, but like you still have to like see him and hug him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the thing.
Michelle.
Like Steve is a wonderful friend. So like, is it going to feel taboo when we see each other and we can hug and just say like, hello? Is it going to feel wrong?
I wonder. I mean, it's going to be very interesting as we navigate like touch and contact and intimacy again, right?
Yeah.
Because like there's been this absence. I mean, we found like a new intimacy on Zoom and but like the actual is going to be interesting. The tea, Corey Tutt. Yes, the tea.
The tea.
You mean who was taking inappropriate hugs from me? I'm not going to tell. I'm not going to tell.
There are, because, you know, we're also going to run into people that we don't want to see.
Oh, this is true.
You know?
This is
true. So that's what's going to be. And part of me, I even want to see some of them. I even want to see some of the people that normally I would otherwise like, not necessarily throw shade, but I'll at least have some airborne shade. Like, I'm not going to throw it, but I will, like, if it falls out of my pocket, it falls out of my pocket.
I have to say, though, spring has really sprung because, like, today, literally within the span of an hour, or I'm putting out some kind of new energy into the world, 3 people who I went on dates with in, like, the last 5 years reached out to go, hi.
Oh, hi. Look. Well, what they say, like, doesn't everything rise up to meet you?
I guess
Like,
so.
you got to meet people where they are. So if you're up here, the kids got to come up here now. Because look, it's about to be thigh meat season. So
Well, I talk to me about thigh meat because I know you were
I
out
said,
there
look,
giving some thigh meat today.
well, I wore shorts for the second time in 2021 in public. I mean, I've been wearing them in the house, but I wore them today to the Target, and I was like, okay, I'm just wearing shorts. Here's the thing: we've all put on weight. Everybody's been sitting down. So
Everybody's been sitting down.
sitting like way down, sitting all the way down.
Let me find this thing because it's a good thing, and like this man is all kinds of delicious. And so I'm just going to show this picture because it made me very happy today.
Who is this?
And I was like, this guy Milo Ventimiglia.
Oh, I heard about these booty shorts that he was wearing. And everybody's gone crazy because he was playing the thigh meat game.
He was thigh meeting in the most wonderful way. Look at all of this. Look at what
but he was just coming from the gym. Doesn't he have a right to wear those shorts to the gym?
I mean, I'm not shaming him. I'm just saying it was good.
He can do what he needs to do. He was on that show Heroes back in the day.
Oh, okay. I mean, I just know him from This Is Us.
He was on Heroes first, and his brother on Heroes was a man who was married to Natalie Maines of the Dixie Chicks.
Oh, okay.
And then he cheated on Natalie Maines with like some woman, had an affair, and then all of the Dixie Chicks' most recent album is all about that affair, and it's lovely. Full sidebar.
Wait, did you have a pre-discussion thing that you wanted to pre-discuss, or I also have 5 questions.
Do you have a 3-minute? He was Rocky's son in Rocky Balboa. Wow.
Oh.
Milo Ventimiglia. Oh wait, is he? What's his name? Is he? What's that girl? Oh, I'm thinking about Vera Farmiga. There's a lot of. That's too much name.
Vera Farmiga.
Yeah, her. I'm gonna just call her V.
It's a bit of a. Oh, LaDonna.
Hey, Miss Burns. Hey, Miss Burns.
I also heard how you said, yes, he was, LaDonna.
Right.
I heard LaDonna say it.
Yes, he was. We have to have LaDonna Burns on the show.
My God, like, why haven't we had LaDonna Burns on the show? Like,
yeah. We're going to work that out.
Oh, and then she went, that was him. Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord. Do you have 3 minutes this week?
No.
I don't have 3 minutes, but like I do. I think one of the things I wanted to talk to, and we didn't even like prep this or anything. I want it's like a quasi 3 minutes about the Brandi Carlile book.
Yes, talk.
Is out that I need to look up the title of because I don't have. Oh, I should look it up on here so I can maybe put that in the chat.
Right.
Brandi Carlile has written a book, kids, and it's just called Broken Horses, a memoir. I'm going to put the Amazon link in our private chat, and then you can do with it what you deem necessary.
Necessary.
But Brandi Carlile has written a book. And first of all, if you don't have that 2018 album of Brandi Carlile's, which is called By the Way, I Forgive You. You have made a mistake.
You've made a mistake.
Way you're breathing on this planet. I don't know how, like we all have known of a Brandi Carlile forever, but if you do not have that album, I won't say get off of our show and go get it right now, but when this show is over, go get it, download it, and just sit with yourself and your mistakes. But it's a gorgeous album, and she's been around forever, but that was the album where she, like, for some reason, like popular Grammy award-winning folk, yes, this is the book. Grammy award-winning folk have decided to get up on her and be like, oh my God, so who's she? But she shut down the Grammys that year and like
Oh
was
my
amazing.
God, one of the best performances.
Because it was in a sea of people singing to their garage band whatnot, writhing on the floor with, and this was all, it wasn't necessarily entitled wet ass whatever, but it was the equivalent of talent. And then out came a Brandy Carlisle singing, and people were like, oh,
yeah,
that's what a musician does.
Yeah.
So just, I can't speak highly enough about this album and what it has meant to me. I know Jam loves the album. Tom loves the album. And if you ever have the chance to see her live, just
it's
go.
Great. It's great.
It's unbelievable singing. It's unbelievable playing, and you'll just have a good time. But this book is a lot about her time during the making of that album and then the promotion of it, where she's touring around, and she somehow got herself slightly addicted to sleeping pills because of the crazy schedule that keeps. And like, well, I need to play this show tonight, but I have to get to sleep so I can be on like AM radio at 7 a.m. to promote whatever.
Yeah.
And she was in the middle of doing like a 3-night show at the Beacon in the fall of 2018. And she never thought she had a problem with the sleeping pills and whatever, and they were prescribed to her, but she couldn't get to sleep after one of the shows and needed to. And she reached for what she thought were the sleeping pills that she had been prescribed. And she actually like somehow snapped awake for a second and saw that she had a handful of 6 Xanax.
Oof.
Like she had accidentally grabbed the Xanax instead of the sleeping pills. And it was the thing that dawned on her of like, this is what a problem could be. And I think it speaks so much to like what creative folks can go through, and really what anyone can go through. But can you imagine, the success of what was happening for her at the time with this album, which was so deeply personal also in and of itself. And then to be battling this. So I'm dying to read this book, which is called Broken Horses. Is it called?
Sure.
Yes, Broken Horses, a memoir. Just because I said Michael Jackson sent us this info about this the other day, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to read this on the couch at 2:30 in the morning. Because everyone's sleep is off, and it could be susceptible to whatever. It's that's very interesting. Leslie Jordan is doing a Gaylywed game with her and her wife. Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, that's fun. Okay.
What is that going to be on? I want to see that. I love anything to do.
And did you notice this thing that Christine was saying that Brene Brown interviewed her?
Oh, no.
So you can check that out
too. Yeah.
And I will give a plug. The Nap Ministry. I just put that in the chat for everyone to.
What's the Nap Ministry?
Yes, honey.
I know all about it. I have my own.
So. My friend Misha, I keep talking about Misha. We just need to bring Misha onto the show. But it's Black people taking a break. Learn to rest. Like we gotta rest.
Oh,
yeah, it's very. And
it's literally just it's a blog about napping.
About napping. It's a blog about
I almost
resting.
had to fake a stomach cramp and get off the show so I could go read that right now. The Nap Ministry. I have to because LaDonna Burns knows about the sleep ministry. Like we were playing a show in Boston and driving back, and her and Elliot Roth in my back seat fell into some deep coma-like sleep.
Oh, Jesus.
I myself like to believe I'm self-diagnosed narcoleptic because I just go to sleep. I can say, I'm going to bed now and place my head on this pillow and I'll be asleep in like REM sleep in seconds.
That is amazing.
I can sleep. Oh, I can sleep. And so I'm going to have to read that. The Nap Ministry.
The Nap Ministry. What was that? Well, no, I don't need to say that.
things. There's things we have to talk about. I've made a list of like just things we were lightly talking about today.
Right. Well, then, so while you're looking at that, I'll say this. When I worked for, I worked for an oil and energy company for a long time, and they used to have this one post that was very stressful, and like I worked for like senior people, and literally on their calendars they would schedule sleep. They would have to schedule sleep. This was how like busy they were. And they would do things like if someone needed to have a meeting and they were taking a private jet, people would like fly from wherever to meet them in New York to take the meeting on the private jet with them, because that was the only time they would be able to get like FaceTime with certain people. Like it was crazy. And there was this one position where like literally when they got into the position, they literally got a thing of like, here are your sleeping pills.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to be that busy.
I mean, they made
I don't want to be a
ridiculous
sloth.
amounts of money, but like that was definitely the trade-off.
Wow.
It was an interesting world to see that
Yeah.
Like working for that company was interesting because I got to see a different New York, like a New York of money.
But I recommend that especially creative folks go somewhere into some form of corporate America, even if it's just for like 2 weeks. You need to know. And for some reason, I've been telling these little high school and college kids that keep that together and keep your little typing together, keep your little organization skills together, because corporate America loves us for some reason. They think it's cute what we do. Oh my God, that little play. How's your little play thing? How's your little acting? You got a little singing thing? How's that go? They love us. And I think it's because maybe they used to do this in high school or something, or they didn't get the part sophomore year. So they changed their major to like, finance.
Yes.
And so they went that route, but they love us. So they will hire us on those lean times in between things.
I used to work with a director who would always say, lawyers and bankers, scratch just a little bit and you see a theater major underneath. And like it's so true. Like, they've all done like
oh my God, I did the music man in high school.
Yeah.
Right. I was totally Ado Annie, but just on like the matinees.
Yes, absolutely.
Because we had to split it. Like totally.
Oh my God.
Speaking of things in the theater that have been cropping up, all of this news about Scott Rudin.
Oh my God! Yes, I'm so curious. Like the thing that it brought up for me, which is completely selfish, was like, are we gonna have to change the lyric in Strange Loop when we go back again?
If you don't know, Scott Rudin, a bunch of Scott Rudin's former assistants. I keep messing with this cord behind me because I can't stand it, and I haven't figured out how to perfect that yet. I feel a little like Katie Couric in her early days. But totally. But like, I feel like it's Katie with like, because doesn't he spell it with a C? Is she C-A-K? However she spells it, I'm the other way.
Okay.
But Scott Rudin, a bunch of his former assistants throughout the last like 15 years or so have come forward to say what a terrible tyrant he was. There was one person who was working for him and couldn't get him, I don't know, like tickets to opening night of whatever, and Scott Rudin slammed a computer monitor down on that person's hand.
Yes,
and sent him to the emergency room, and then fired him.
And then called his lawyer.
Yeah. Then there was one person, he was like having a baked potato in the office for whatever reason, and some assistant came in to say, oh, hey, Scott, someone from some producing companies downstairs in the lobby, they're on their way up for your meeting. And he was like, no one told me I had a meeting with them, and threw the potato at this new person. And like, you threw a potato at someone, but he like, no one told me I had a meeting with this person. Now get me a new potato. But he's apparently like, is it a surprise that some tiny troll looking little tiny impish weird looking white man who's a high up in Broadway circles, who's an EGOT for whatever reason, is a dick? Like, who's really surprised by that? There's a lovely picture of him winning one of his Tony Awards where he's on stage with it's him, Kevin Spacey, Army Hammer. Probably like, I'm sure if the camera tilted a little bit, you see R. Kelly. But it's like, it's all of these, like, now we have found out horrible, horrible people just holding their trophies like, see what we did. It's so great.
I mean, the thing that I just went, it must be nice.
Must be nice. But there's a line in A Strange Loop that Usher's parents call him, and his father is like, hey, you know what's going to help you make it? Like, we were out on Googles.com and we found this name. There's somebody that I don't know if you know who Scott Rudin is,
right?
But I hear his balls are pure gold.
Yes.
So I don't think, and Scott Rudin came to see our show. I'm sorry,
did.
correction. Scott Rudin came to see his name dropped in our show and then left immediately after.
No,
he stayed?
Apparently he stayed for like an hour, which is unusual.
Oh my.
And then left before the show ended.
But
he watched a lot of it. Yeah, he watched a lot.
Like he made it far if he made it into that.
Yeah.
So this is very interesting to me that's coming to light now. And I'm glad that these assistants who can speak and did not sign the NDAs and all of the stuff are coming forward to say, like, this is what I worked under. I don't know who's really surprised by it. And I don't know, there's this supposed reckoning that will happen on Broadway. That's neither here nor there, or for me to say.
Well, we'll see. I mean, like, it's going to be very interesting to see how and what comes back and who knows. Who the hell knows? I know. Who the hell knows? I want us to start asking 5 questions.
Okay.
So this is my first question for you, James Jackson Jr. And you all can also answer, let us know. Spring has sprung.
Has it?
It is. It has. It's springing. It's in the process of springing.
It's springoratory.
Springoratory
statements have been made.
So the question is, what are you looking forward to the most? And what is a must-do, must-have for spring for you? I
was doing very well like a month, 2 ago with meditating. Sorry, I'm late. Oh, no, it's okay, Rachel Peters. Hi. I was doing much better like a month or 2 ago with meditating. I was working on it in therapy, and like I've always had a hard time with it. And I was like enjoying it, and I was like trying to do it every day. And I noticed, I think I have a thing where once I think I'm doing something well enough, I stop because I'm like, oh, well, I got this. I'm good. I don't need to like follow the recipe or follow that sewing pattern or whatever. Like I did it once. I'm clearly a professional.
Clearly.
So, right. I'm not come on. So I stopped meditating really, or not stopped, but I just wasn't doing it enough. So I was trying to do it every morning and just for like 10 or 15 minutes, whatever. If I did it again during the day, I did, but I had stopped altogether. So I like in the last like week or 2, I like started slowly like, oh, okay, I have 10 minutes. Let me just like put in the earphones and just do it. And there's 2 apps I'm using, but one of them is all about mindfulness. And like, it's teaching you literally about mindfulness and how to like do all of these tasks while like really focusing on how you are doing and feeling around them. And there's something about, that I have not gotten to yet that is coming up in one of my lessons that I see it, like you can check off what you've done and done and done. And I'm getting up to mindfulness walking, which I like it. When it was warm last summer, I was walking all over the place. Tom and I were going on walks, but there's a mindfulness walking situation, which is just about walking without having a plan, which is very difficult for me to do. So it's warming up. And I, of course, would like to be outside walking more, but I want to learn to walk without a plan. Because I also, when New York opens back up, I don't want to be in that place on those streets. I think that it feels like stress to me. So I want to figure out how to walk around here in Jersey City where I'm comfortable mindlessly.
Yes.
And mindlessly, but with mindfulness, if that makes sense.
Yes.
I have a hard time not having a plan.
The walking is the destination.
Yeah. And that's hard for me.
Yeah.
I must have a list. I must have a map. I must have a plan. Improv classes are terrible with me because I'm like, wait, we should talk about this first. It's like, it's not yes and, it's yeah, sure, but can we talk about it first?
Yes. And then what are the next 5 steps?
Right.
And
like, it's like, oh, well, we just did step 2, so can't really go back.
Oh
so
my gosh.
I'm trying to figure out I would like to be outside, and I would like to learn to walk mindlessly, but with mindfulness.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to short shorts because apparently they're in this year, and I'm going to look at everybody.
The world is going to get what the world gets with this body.
Can I tell you? I just feel like it's going to be like Caligula this summer in New York.
It's just going to be happy to see people.
I think it's going to be, I think venereal diseases are going to go up. I think like it's going to be a thing.
Well, what's the thing that they were saying is happening now? There are people posting things like vax for vax.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, great.
Yeah.
Yay.
Rachel Peters, I want you to do Only Children again. So I'm just
You did say that today.
And
that's
we
funny.
Talked about it last week with Molly Hager. So just do a production of it, produce it.
I have a question that ties into that, actually. That was for you, because it's been on my mind recently in the last couple of days. It sounds like a basic question, but like, what does collaboration mean to you? Because there's such a joy. Who has money? There's such a joy that I get out of us planning this each week.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh my God,
yeah.
there's a thing. Like, I get to like plan something. There's a joy that I miss with like, I've been wanting at 1:00 in the morning to write to anyone I know who's a songwriter and be like, can I sing some of your something?
Yeah.
Because it just feels, it feels like we're so close to being able to even be in the space doing that. But I want to do that. I want the other night I actually almost wrote to Rachel Peters in the middle of the night to be like, hi, do you have a song I could sing? I just want to sing something. Also, Rachel, don't be mad if that does come, because I might actually send you an email like that. So what does collaboration mean to you?
I mean, it's play, isn't it? And like, I mean, I think collaboration also, when collaboration is good and when you're in a collaborative spirit, it's also a celebration, right? Like, because we've talked about it, like you've been in certain rooms where you're like, I'm not opening my mouth and saying anything in here. No. But the rooms where like you are celebrated and supported, it just then feels like an opportunity to play and an opportunity to explore really and play, because I think,
do we lose some of it when we get older? Like, is that a thing?
No, I don't think. I think what it is that I think what we do is a very vulnerable thing, right? Yeah. And like even we've been in rooms with like people who like have won Tonys and and even in their process, you can see sometimes that still people come to it with a vulnerability, right? Yeah. And like, and the creative process is vulnerable. So like, when you're in this place and like you're like collectively vulnerable and like you're then like in each other on and like you're going, oh wait, can we go here? Like, can we do this? Like, there's something that is empowering that comes out of collaboration. It's also just fun as hell. But then there are times when, I show up and I do the job and I shut down that, like I go, I'm just delivering this thing because I don't want to, collaboration has to be in the space where everybody is allowing their vulnerability to happen, right? Because there are times
I think
when
that's where my mind is going, because I think we've been behind these cameras and these ring lights and these microphones and these things, and we can do this and we can present like this and we can try to make it feel as connected as possible. But of course, we long for being back in the room.
Yeah.
So I'm hungry right now for Rachel has this binder of songs, and I'm like, literally that just made my mouth water, because I'm like, what? There's stuff, and I just want to be in that process so desperately right now. That's my Vax for Vax. That's my, it means so much more to me right now, I think, than maybe ever. So I'm wondering, I respect the idea of collaboration so much more now. I've always respected it, but I miss it so much that I think getting back into the room now is just going to be like shoulder melting of just
also because I think there can be more spontaneity when you're in the room, where accidents happen or happy accidents happen, and I haven't been in a room where I'm trying to be off book and rewrite someone's script, and then they
Lord.
oh, that's the I remember being in the room and oh, you're being off book, and I have
hands. What do you mean I have hands?
Yeah, and I said some turn of phrase, and Michael was like, "Oh, I like that."
Right.
I like that rather than
what I want to do right now is something as hectic. Were you in the room when we were first trying to block that the family scene where I'm the mom? So the 20 iterations that scene went through of just traffic and people and bodies and fast lines that don't make sense.
Oh my God. And the non sequiturs and
yeah. I want to be in that. I want that to be the day one of something for me. I want to go to a rehearsal where you're rehearsing the family fight scene in what's that? The play?
Oh, I know the dinner table.
Yes, the big family and Felicia Rashad,
August Osage.
I want that to be. We're going to rehearse things out of order, kids. Open up your scripts. Open up your hymnals. To Act 2, Scene 1. We're just gonna just for shits and giggles. I just want to start there because I feel why not?
Yeah.
But we've done a lot of plot exposition, so collaboration is, I think, meaning a lot to me right now. I wondered if you felt I feel like it's coming.
Oh, it's coming. Yeah, it's coming.
And I'm quite hungry for it.
I have a question because I am very aware of the fact that I do dream, and I can tell when it's a good dream or a bad dream, but I never remember my dreams. And my niece, she has these very vivid dreams and she remembers them, and they're very detailed and they're hilarious. But I'm curious, do you remember your dreams, and do you have recurring ones? And if other people want to answer that question too, please do. I'm always fascinated.
I think I do. I do remember my dreams. Yeah, for the most part. I used to think, and I still think I have this power that's this sixth sense. How many do we have? We have 5. Yeah, so 6 1. Where I used to think when I was little I could call someone into my dream.
Oh.
Me and my best friend up the street when we were very little kids, Daniel Levy, we used to we would talk about the same thing all day. Same thing. Let's Transformers, Optimus Prime. And then we would go to bed in our respective homes. And then the next day at the bus stop be like, oh my God, I had a dream about Optimus Prime. And he would be like, oh, me too. So then we would try to come up with things to make ourselves dream about something that night. And then in the dream, I feel like I can control things. And I still have this at 45 years old, where I think like, oh, so I'm just floating down Fifth Avenue on a conveyor belt wearing a cape. And I would like to stop in Barney's. Like, and so I feel like I can control that. This, it's obviously not happening, but I feel like I'm controlling it. So one of the things I've always thought I could do is I'm going to call my friend into my dream. And then the next morning we'll talk about, well, did it happen? Did it happen? And I was 7 when I was doing that. I'm 45 now. And I still think I have control over the things that are happening in my dream. I think like, you know, when you sometimes wake up a little bit and then you're like, no, it's not over yet. I want to go back. I think I can go back to the dream. Like they're not about anything either.
Yeah.
You know, like I guess pandemic dreams are weird. They've just been about like the things we haven't had access to.
This
like,
is true.
A beach, a vacation, like meal with a large group of friends at a big round table. Just, oh, look, everybody's here. But we can't do anything. Like they've been dreams like that. Yeah.
I don't remember my dreams at all. I wake up and they're
really?
Like, no.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, I don't. I know that I'm dreaming and I know like it's been a pleasant dream or a bad dream, but like when I wake up, they're gone completely.
Wow. Oh, that's, I have this weird relationship with my dreams, but I'm like, they're vivid and I remember them and I like tried I know why I try to control them is because I think I try to control everything. And that's where that comes from. Like if I'm doing it in my sleep, I must be doing it wide awake too.
Yeah. Audience, do you all remember your dreams?
Yeah. Does anyone remember their dreams? Yeah.
Are they vivid? Tell us. Let us know.
Tell us about that. What is something that like I remember, what's the date today? To April 8th?
Yeah.
I like kind of remember April 8th, 2020. Apparently there's some hullabaloo happening outside my window. Oh,
wow.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to raise a glass to New Jersey. It's times like this I want to open up the window and throw a bucket of water out of the car.
I mean, that's a lot.
Interesting. Someone's being like, that's me. That's something I would do. But I'm inside. I'm not driving.
Why would you do that? Would you really act like that?
I'm a Boston driver. I'm terrible.
Interesting.
Oh.
Sometimes LaDonna
says. Oh my God, I do have those too. Like those come up where there's like, so the dream of like, I have an understudy dream.
Oh.
That happens of like, hey, just so you know, he died. So you're on. And it's like, and I'm like on a chaise, like, just like, what? And I have to, there's like a mad scramble, but I never learned page 17. So like, I got to like figure everything out. And then like, I'm running upstairs and there's dressers putting things on me. And then there's like a stage manager pushing me out to go like out on the stage. And I'm like, but I haven't memorized the dance break yet. I can't. There's that.
Oh my
There's
God.
an anxiety around that.
Do you know Trisha Jeffrey? She actually had that that happen to her when she was doing Rent. Mm-hmm. She was getting ready to go on as like one of the protesters, and she's like backstage walking on, and all of a sudden she like gets dragged out of the line and is like rushed down into the basement, and like two dressers like strip her naked, put her in a Mimi thing. The stage manager rushes her back, and then they're like, go. And she's like, she didn't even know like what the hell happened.
My God.
I just had to be like on the stage, like
I don't know if I've told you this before. When I was doing Whistle Down the Wind, the tour, Jerry Mack and I were in, that's where I met Jerry McIntyre. and we played. Jerry was like Farm Negro, like number 1, and I was Farm Negro number 2.
Mm-hmm.
But Farm Negro number 1 had a song and a scene and all this stuff. I was just like his dumb friend in the background being like, I don't know. So that was my job. However, there was a time we were in Detroit, but staying in Dearborn, Michigan. So we all had rental cars and we drove from the hotel to the thing. And the one night Jerry got pulled over, or one day on the way to the show at like 7:15, Jerry got pulled over. And it was like, what? He's like, I might not make half hour. And this was probably the first or second city we'd been in. And for some reason, we still hadn't had an understudy rehearsal, because not only was I playing his best friend, I was also his understudy, which doesn't make sense because there was no one covering me.
Yeah.
So the scenes where we were having a conversation together, they hadn't really figured out what they were going to do if one of us wasn't there. So I literally had someone, I'm down in my dressing room hanging out. I'm ready. I'm good. And stage management comes in and is like, so, okay, look, Jerry got pulled over on his way to the theater and he might not make it tonight. So it looks like you're going to be on. And I was like, and they even made the announcement of like, hey, welcome to Half Hour, everyone. Just so we know, off tonight, we have McIntyre is out and Jackson is on for, and people were like, what? People were coming up from the orchestra to be like, girl. I was like, yeah, I know. We have a duet with harmony. Mm-hmm. We have a scene or two together where we're talking to like, hey, did you bring I don't know. I thought you were going to bring, who am I talking to? None of that had been worked out. It was, so I had the real life dream happen. It was terrible.
Oh God.
Absolutely terrible.
Well, people are responding. Caroline Aquino has some vivid dreams, but she doesn't remember them. And they're usually bizarre. 90% of them.
Wow.
Dreaming more often. Oh, she's been remembering slightly more.
That's interesting.
Bizarre. Okay. All right. And Rachel Peters still has performance nightmares.
I think that's always going to be a recurring thing of like, literally, like you see the house lights go down, you're standing at 0,
Freud
curtain comes up, and the spotlight comes up on you, and you're like, I don't know what I'm.
Yeah.
That just happens. I think because it's an energy.
Yeah. Were you going to ask me a question?
Oh, I was. Oh no. So what's a thing that, like last year, I know what I was thinking around April 8th last year of like, wow, I'm still dusting off groceries. I'm still like,
right.
What is something that you felt last year at this time that you don't really feel right now?
Oh, the fear. Deep fear, because at the time I was in my old place, which was right across the street from a hospital.
That's right.
And so I literally heard ambulance sirens, all day, all night. And I remember stepping out and seeing the morgue truck, morgue truck on Monday. And by the Friday, there were 4 morgue trucks outside of the hospital. And that's when I was like, I need to not be here because
it was terrible.
Yeah, because
and it's not like we have so many more answers now, but it's just when I think about what we felt and thought and feared so much just 1 year ago.
Yeah, so that was about when I like called my sister and I was like, I need to not be here. Oh, I have dreams that I am skinny and tall, and then I wake up.
Michelle is I think maybe 5'2".
Oh, fantastic!
And a lovely 5'2".
You make that 5'2" work, girl.
And her husband is my height.
Oh,
George is my height. George might be a little taller than me.
So I have a question for you.
Yes, please.
So today I was walking and this song came into my head. I love every little thing about you. The Stevie Wonder song. I love every little thing about you, baby.
Why do I not know that?
Oh my God. It's like, it is joy. And
What's it called?
It's called I Love Every Little Thing About You. And it, like, that song overwhelms me with joy. Joy. And so I wanted to know, sir, what overwhelms you with joy? Oh my God, you know what overwhelms me with joy? That my friend Jody Holong is in the audience tonight.
Hey,
coming
Jody.
in live from Kingston, Jamaica.
Hey, coming in hot.
Yes, coming in hot. Coming in hot.
I love it.
But yeah, I love.
My mom was also 5'2", so I come from a long line of shorter women. But my mother always said she could hit up if need be.
There you go. Hi, Jody.
What over excites me with joy?
Just like overwhelmed, like, you know. So because the thing about that song today for me was like, I had to like put it on repeat. It just made me feel so happy.
There are certain songs. There are definitely certain songs, because I think I was a mama's boy. I was like very awkward and super gay when you were not supposed to be. Not that I know. Are you supposed to be now? But for a good long while, my mother was my best friend. And so we did things like we took a ceramics class together on Friday nights. I started with her probably when I was in like the 6th or 7th grade, and it went through high school every Friday night. Because what was I doing on a Friday night? And we would then come home. We would stop and get seafood at this place called the Lobster Hut down in Brockton. R.I.P. because it's no longer there. And then we would go home and we would watch Falcon Crest together.
Yes, you did.
That was our Friday night. But we would also, from a very young age, we would like play songs for each other and dance.
Oh, fantastic.
So there are inappropriate songs that she should not have been playing with me, and we would dance together. But some of the ones that, like Bad Mama Jamma was a song that we both just loved. So like that comes on, and it's like, she's a bad mama jamma, and we like so that still gives me so much joy. Bad Mama Jamma is one. Power of Love by Luther Vandross.
Oh yes,
all the power. That's one. And oh God, when the Electric Slide came out, we videotaped the episode where Marcia Griffiths was on Oprah, and we taught ourselves the Electric Slide over like a 4-day period, like one April vacation. We just like watched this video. So like certain songs come on and it's like, yes. And I feel like I'm 10 dancing to like Marvin Gaye Sexual Healing, which I should not. That's one we shouldn't have been dancing to. We should not have been dancing to that. So there are certain songs that come on that I'm like, yeah. And they just it's overwhelming joy.
Yeah. It's a wonderful feeling. So Caroline Aquino says, "I'm not short, I'm fun size." I love that.
I love that.
And what are you and Tom Lorio doing?
Afternoon Delight.
Overwhelming each other with joy.
Afternoon Delight. Is that one? Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon Delight. That is a good song.
Afternoon Delight.
Miss Geraldine. Yeah, Miss Geraldine, we would dance.
Oh my gosh.
Dance.
All right. Ask me a question, Boobaleen Schmoopaleen.
Yes. Oh my God. Where's my if you had a superpower, what would it be?
I mean, it's so basic, but I think flying.
Same.
I think it's flying. I mean, or
totally same. But not in part because I like the heights, or I want to like get places faster. I really actually just want an excuse to wear a cape.
I think I would just like to feel that weightlessness, really.
Mm-hmm.
And just feel like what that. So I
Like
think that's like, I don't even know like that I would want like superpowers as much as just to be able to like fly.
Yeah, same.
Starlight.
Is that who sings that?
Okay.
Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. Right.
And they had that cute little harmony. Afternoon delight. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Oh. Ask me some.
Oh, Jody Holong says, I fly in my dreams. It's not all that.
Oh, I like her.
Oh,
I like Miss Jody.
Jody Holong and I were in the Jamaica Musical Theater Company junior theater division production of The Wizard of Oz. And me, Jody Holong, and Tracy Nunez decided that we were going to start a band called New Hollison, which was a combination of all of our names.
New Hollison. I love it.
And our big song was our version of Wishing on a Star.
Teleportation would be good.
Oh, Teleportation. Yes.
New
Hollisons.
I love it. That's so amazing.
To this day. I'm wishing on a star. And we'd be in the dressing room.
Wow.
Wishing on a star.
Wow.
Oh my God. Okay, so this is a question. Mm-hmm. They've all been questions, but this is a question.
Well, because we have, and then we have some fun ones after this. Then we'll
yeah. What is something that you want to experience in your career, or what is something that scares the living shit out of you, but you seriously want to do it?
So they're all right now. I'm so theater starved right now, and like wanting to just do theater. But there is, and I've said this to you before, that when you win your Tony for A Strange Loop, I don't know who I have to speak to, but I'm sitting behind you at Radio City because I feel like they'll be back at Radio City that year. And I just want to smack you in the back of the head when they call your name. I just want to be like, bitch, I told you. And then I just want to be like in the audience being like, that bitch right there. So I need to go through that moment because I don't know what, like the whole full circleness of all of that is what I want to go through. So that's something I want to go through in my career. Because if I'm going to go to the Tonys, I'm smacking somebody in the back of the head and it's going to be you. So, and then something that terrifies me, it's also A Strange Loop related, is us doing the show on Broadway. If that ever does get to happen, like somehow terrifies me. But it also terrified me to do it off Broadway.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, so I don't know. There's that whole thing where you like kids have been asking like, do you still get nervous or still get stage fright? Yeah, like you should be nervous, you should be terrified, and you should be in love with the thing you do. And if all of those things don't exist, then go major in finance. Yeah. So it's all of that. Like I'm terrified of it. I am like, and I want to do it. Yeah. So there's that.
I just want to make a big adventure movie. I want to be like in the beginning to the end of like a Raiders of the Lost Ark type movie or something. Just like, I mean, I know it'd be exhausting. Exhausting, but like I think that would be such a fun like legacy to be able to have.
I also want to do a I was thinking about this. I watched some of Elle Morgan's The Women.
You did.
I got to see some of it because I was like so many things were happening. So I watched a couple of them, and it's so good. But it made me want to write more. It made me want to. I want to be in some sort of like And then somehow, I was pulling up YouTube clips and looking at old things that I'd saved on YouTube, and I had all these clips of love, valor, compassion. I think I must have at some point years ago been memorizing something from it. And I was like, wouldn't it be lovely if there was just like something gay, queer, and brown that matched that theatrically? And I would love to be a part of something like that in a film. I would like to watch the genre of what is considered a like just like buddy film, group film, like friends film.
Yeah.
I would like to be in something like that.
We're speaking it into
one of those
existence.
New York films. We're speaking it into, but one of those New York films where it's like full of theater folks that you're like, oh my God, like, can you believe? Because I was talking about with my friend Adam today about how the Sex and the City show that's kind of they're bringing it back for whatever unknown reason to watch these 60-year-old women drink Cosmos. But there's going to be like 6 or 7 episodes, and there's going to be all of us fighting over 2 lines to be had where we're like handing a tray of hors d'oeuvres to like to Stephanie J. Block or something, and we're like, it's beef covered carrots.
Right.
Thank you. We're all going to be fighting over like 2 lines like that so that we can all go to this stupid, useless movie where she still doesn't end up with Aiden and just be like, oh my God, there's so-and-so. Oh my God, there's so-and-so. Oh my God, I read for that. It's like that whole thing is just going to happen.
Oh, I was trying to get the link for this thing because you posted about it on Facebook. But
local TV reviews of The Rink after what?
Oh. All right.
We'll watch that after.
Yeah,
we so have to watch that. Should we do some of our fun games that we want to try?
Oh wait, did we ask all our questions?
We did. I feel like we should. Do I have one more? Hold on.
I have one more.
Oh, okay. Mine are in my phone.
But we don't have to. I mean, this is
do yours. No, do yours.
So I have a friend who has like all of these rituals for each part of the for each season. So like, she'll go to like, I go and do the cherry blossoms and watch the cherry blossoms in Brooklyn. And then I do this and I do this and she has all of these rituals that she does. And so I was like, if you were going to create a new springtime ritual, what would it be? What would it involve? And what would it look like?
Moisturize. Because I'm telling you right now, there are people, we have had a solid year inside.
Yes.
Where I understand there are things that you didn't have to do because who was seeing it?
Right. And who, like, you're inside, you don't need to wear stuff.
You can if you only want to moisturize one pinky today,
that's fine.
Moisturize one pinky today. But I'm telling you what, it's getting warm out, America. And if I see you in these streets with an ashy heel, an ashy knee, because thigh meat season. I will take it. The show starts at 9. I will take an 8:45 shower in a second on this bitch. But I will be good and hot damned if I don't come out here and put some lotion on these elbows. So you have ample time. You should be moisturizing. You should have been moisturizing. So moisturize.
All right.
I feel like we're going to get into this warm weather and people are going to be out here all just buck naked and in the streets.
Ashy.
Just flaking. Just dead skin just flying everywhere. So what I believe should be your number one priority and your biggest ritual is to find a regimen.
You've been told, everybody.
You've been told. Don't let me catch you.
Don't. I'm scared of you. All right.
There's no excuse.
All right.
So here's what's going to happen. We usually do our quick 5 right now. And this new game is going to be a part of our quick 5 somehow. But we're going to try it out on each other because, and we should come up with an asset for this, for when it happens. Like, I have an idea that like maybe when this happens, it's a surprise and it like stops the show for a second.
Oh, all right. We can do that.
The tentative name of this new game is, unless there's a better one, if you guys come up with a better one, please let us know. But the tentative name of this segment is Pick a Pair of Patties.
Pick a pair of patties.
Because
like it.
I think I love Pick a Pair of Patties works for me.
Yes, it does.
Because it kind of, it gives you, I like things that tell you the instructions in the title.
Yes.
Because what am I supposed to do? You pick a pair of patties. But where do the patties come from? Obviously, I'm going to give you patties. So what we're going to do, we're going to give you, there will always be 2 recurring patties. And then there will be a third. We will give you the 2 recurring and then an additional.
Right.
We will also give you a scenario. And then you have to pick a pair
of patties. Oh, wait. Did you have this in the Google Drive? I don't have the Google Drive open. So
no, I did not. In the Google Drive, there's some video things that I might need in there.
Okay. Oh, so I should probably look at that.
But like if I need, there's like, but I could I have it open and I could like plop them in our chat thing.
Okay. All right.
So the 2 patties who are always going to be number 1 and number 2, Patti LuPone, Patti LaBelle.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always Patti LuPone, there's always Patti LaBelle because America.
Yeah.
So let's say you are going to. Do you have a scenario?
I do. Yes.
Do you have a third patty?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've gotten invited to a knife fight.
A knife fight. Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. Pick a pair of patties. Patti LaBelle, Patti LuPone, Patty Hearst. And why?
So obviously, it's a knife fight. So I'm going to pick, obviously, Patty Hearst because full-blown criminal.
Right.
And Patti LaBelle.
Oh.
Because, and here's my rationale, Patti LaBelle used to do hair, so I feel like she might have a sharp metal object on her, like a
ready to go
or something, and she's ready to go. I feel like LuPone is gonna just like find her way out.
She's be like, bye.
She's like, I'm gonna take care of myself. Don't cry for me, Argentina. I'm just gonna take care of myself. I feel like she's gonna go do what she needs to do. So I feel like Patty Hearst, criminal, she's coming.
She's coming.
And Patti LuPone. Patti LaBelle,
right,
trained professional.
Right.
Trained professional.
Okay.
Okay. You are finally starring in like the new hit show on Broadway. Like all of the stars have aligned. George C. Wolfe is directing. And,
who's doing the sets?
The sets are being done by that Arnolfo is doing the set.
Arnolfo,
Maldonado. Scott Rudin is nowhere to be found. But literally, your name is above the title.
Curved, arched.
Curved above an opposite curved title. And it's not like John Andrew Morrison in. It's John Andrew Morrison is. So the title of the show is also the name of your character.
Yes.
However, you have 2 co-stars who you have to deal with. Now it's okay because they're both going to be killed in Act 1.
Okay.
But you have to decide who it's going to be. It's you, and then Patti LuPone, Patti LaBelle, or Patty Austin. Who are your 2 co-stars? Pick a pair of patties. I know who I would pick for you.
I mean, I think it would have to be Patti LaBelle and Patty Austin.
Obviously.
Because
I feel like LuPone is not going to be helpful in a lot of these. For people.
No, she would push me down the stairs. She would showgirl. She would showgirl my ass. She's not going to
play second or third fiddle to somebody.
Yeah, she would showgirl my ass immediately. Immediately, like getting ready for the first preview and like just kicked on the
and she'd be like, I don't know how she fell. It wasn't my fault. Right.
But I know the part.
Looks like she fell. I'm ready. And then
Oh my God, Christiana Cole is here today, and Marianne Piccolo. Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah, the people. So this is how Pick a Pair of Patties works. Okay, you're going to. You're going to a fashion show.
Mm-hmm.
You've been asked to supply the. you're being asked to be in the fashion show also. Like you have to at some point walk the runway in a something, and like you'll also be there. Like just they want some entertainment folks there involved. But you also want some free clothes, and whoever is with you, really like it. That sets the tone of who the designer is going to be. Patti LuPone. Who do you bring with you? Patti LuPone, Patti LaBelle, Pat Benatar.
Oh, easy. Pat Benatar and Patti LaBelle.
Again, LuPone is probably never going to win.
Oh, Patricia Field, Patty Field.
Oh,
that's another Patty. That's another Patty. We're collecting Patties as well.
We're collecting Patties.
Yes. I mean, like, like Patti LaBelle, you remember when the 80s and she had that hair?
My God,
like she's
right.
right. So like she's about like experimenting with fashion, and of course,
I think Pat Benatar. I'm picturing Pat Benatar in that one where she was doing the.
Yeah, just a lot of 80s shoulder.
Just give him a little shoulder and then take it back. Just. I had another one.
I am the warrior.
That's not her.
That's not her.
Balls of heartache, bang bang
bang bang.
But isn't that another Patty? Is that Patti Smith? No, that's Patty.
No, that's Patty. That's Pat Benatar, isn't it?
That's not Pat Benatar. I am the warrior. Can somebody look that up? It's not Pat Benatar.
Who sings that?
It's Invincible. We are strong. Heartache to heartache, we stand. You're going to a Southern barbecue place. Obvious. And so again, I already know who's going to win. So you're going to a Southern barbecue. It's it's a picnic thing. It's the last 7 to 10 minutes of Steel Magnolias. They're at there's just a lawn and a lake and a lot of Southern white children.
Why am I still shoulder dancing? I can't stop.
Once you can't stop. Who is Patty Amphy?
Patty Amphy? Who's Patty Amphy? More information.
Patty, so you're at the Southern barbecue.
You don't know you're a white lady.
I really don't. You're going to this Southern barbecue thing. It's like an outdoor thing. Patti LaBelle, Patti LuPone, and Trisha Yearwood.
Because at the Southern barbecue?
It's Southern barbecue.
Oh, easy. Patti LaBelle and Trisha Yearwood.
Patty Smythe.
Oh, that's what he was trying to say. Colin Goodwin, what is this? What is this link on YouTube? Because we're not going to play it right now. Patty Smythe.
I am the warrior. That's got to be Patty Smythe. It's Patty Smythe.
80s dancing was really kind of cool. Like all of this stuff.
Because it was just a lot of So that is how Pick a Pair of Patties is going to work.
Yeah.
And we're just going to, at some point in every episode, stop the show and give a couple scenarios for what you would do. Pick a pair of patties. You have to learn a monologue. Who are you going to call? Patti LuPone, Patti LaBelle, Patricia Clarkson.
Oh, I mean,
LuPone.
I would just... but I might just call Patricia Clarkson twice because LuPone
I would call Patricia Arquette too.
Patricia Arquette.
It's Scandal. God. That's so. Patty Smythe was in the band Scandal.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
But who did I Am a Warrior?
That's Patty Smythe. Sang it when she was the lead singer in Scandal.
Whatever.
And so anyone who can give us a scenario where Patti LuPone might be the most helpful. Because what, like,
Jody Holong is saying breakdancing also happened in the 80s, not just shoulder moves. I
That's
can't
true.
do that.
That's true.
Corey, what are you all lording about?
Just like find us. When is Patti LuPone useful?
Okay.
Thank you.
Fine. Patti Smith sang the Warrior song. Okay.
She did.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's the video that Colin posted.
Colin, how are you doing? Where are you? My God. LuPone need to eat a hot dog in one bite. What? Christiana Cole, explain yourself. What?
If someone, so who could eat a hot dog in one bite? Honestly, though, so okay, who could eat a hot dog in one bite? Oh, who could eat Patti LuPone, Patti LaBelle, Patty Duke. Who could eat a hot dog in one bite? Honestly, if it's a hot dog eating contest, I'm actually still bringing Patti LaBelle and Patty Duke.
And Patty Duke.
I'm bringing Patty Duke. I feel like just based on playing Neely O'Hara alone in Valley of the Dolls, I feel like she's the perfect Patty
Neely,
to be Sparkle.
I'm glad you're good, Colin. I'm so glad. Okay, all right. Patti Smith. I heard it. Patti Smith. Okay.
Well, there's Patti Smith and there's Patti Smythe.
Jesus.
There's a Smith and a Smythe.
Christiana Cole likes your rationale. Fair, James. Fair. What other scenarios would you like to pick a pair of patties in?
So just know that like this is going to be a recurring theme that comes up in the show, interspersed with our quick fives, and just like somewhere in the middle of the show there will be like a brr, 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 and Jerry did make it to the show. Oh my goodness.
What happened to Field Negro number 1?
So can we talk about like some things? Let's see. Wait.
Should we talk about who's going to be on the show next week?
Yes.
All right. So thank you for joining us on this James and Jam solo bonanza.
In the thing?
You did? You
no,
put a
but
clip?
Can I put something in the chat?
For me to play?
No, I want to put something in the chat for people to...
Yeah, you just comment. Can you comment?
Yes.
So you can just put it in there.
Let me figure that out. Okay. Because I want people to watch something that I'm going to... It's been on my... I went through... So I was trying to find YouTube videos to play and like to talk about and dissect and whatever, because we thought that might be a route that we went down. That's the first time in life I've said route and meant it. So I had this list of a few videos that I wanted people to look at and discuss, but I can't put it into the comments.
Send them to me in the private chat. I'll put them in the comments for you.
Okay. This is because one of my questions was about collaboration.
Yeah.
So that is my favorite collaboration of all time.
Oh, okay.
And it is a video, and we won't watch it tonight now, but like I'm going to post this afterward. I want everyone to watch it. It is Cyndi, and I know some people have seen it. It's Cyndi Lauper and Patti LaBelle singing Time After Time.
Oh, okay.
It's the best collaboration ever.
Okay. I'll listen to it.
Mm-hmm. But then I do have a clip that I wanted to play before we wrap up the evening. But let's talk about next week.
Oh, so next week, yes, next week we have the fabulous, the wonderful, and again, this traveling ass ain't got his thing of jelly beans, so we ain't got no drum roll. But Next
Wow.
week's guest is the wonderful, the fabulous, the scintillating, the glorious Mr. Jason
VZ.
VZ. Jason VZ, he's so pretty. Jason VZ, he's gonna be with us.
I'm excited. Like that's family week.
He hates it when I call him pretty, but I still call him pretty to his face and behind his back. And
There's things I
all over
want
the
to talk
place.
to Jason about, because Jason, if you don't know Jason was in A Strange Loop with us, Place Thought number 5. And he got us these. Remember
Yes.
these little cartoon things? I love these. He on his Instagram, he just had a lovely video the other day about this whole nonsense that's going on with We See You, white American theater. And I absolutely loved what he had to say. And I would love to talk to him about it. I'm not versed in really anything that white we see, what is it? Whatever they're called. I don't know what they do. So I don't deal in them. But Jason has some lovely thoughts to say about them. And I want to talk to him about them because he captured a lot of what I'd been feeling. So that's going to be a fun episode next week.
And I also, I just want to put this up. Our guest, Saquon
Saquon. This is the new cast of The Wonder Years.
And this is a first look photo from The Wonder Years that just came out today as her being the mom. And look, I mean,
that family is so cute. Look at little Dule Hill.
Oh my God.
Had a little part in his head. I'm excited to see. I think I was saying to Jam earlier, like every 2 years or so, we get a Black family sitcom.
Yeah.
Like, I guess Blackish is still on. It has so many issues now. Blackish, grown-ish.
Blackish is funny.
It's funny. I like that little Tracy Ellis Rothstein. I like her.
And God, why has Jennifer Lewis never been nominated for an Emmy Award?
She's never been nominated even from that show?
No.
Wow.
Which
is the workingest woman. Have you read her autobiography?
No, I haven't. But I mean,
don't read it, but get the book on tape because it's her reading it. And
oh my God, I bet that's
unreal.
Brilliant.
It's just the sass, the absolute sass.
Are
you going to do a thing?
That's right, LaDonna.
That's why, God damn it, it's racism. I would love to work with Jennifer Lewis. I'd never get a word in.
Yeah.
But also, I think that's a career I would want.
Right?
You know? She played everybody's mother.
Everybody.
She's played everybody's mother, even if she was 4 years older than them.
Yeah.
She's been around forever. She's like, done her crazy, done her not crazy.
I'm sipping water because I'm gonna sing.
I'm sorry, you heard it here first, America. What?
I know.
You're
been
going
a minute.
To do what?
I'm gonna sing a cappella. It's been a minute. I haven't been
when we were doing these things this summer, we one of us would always sing. And I think a lot of us, you said it. I don't know if you said it on here, but we were talking one day. Like music and singing has been
spirit.
Yeah, has felt weird. So I have had this outlet over here of behind this wall. There's the piano, and I can like force myself to figure something out.
Yeah.
So I've like had that going on during this, and you had not felt like singing. So I am quite happy.
This is going to be wholly unrehearsed.
Then let it be wholly holy.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be what it's going to be.
That's what I say about these thighs. They're going to get what they get.
They're causing holes in them shorts.
Yes, but luckily I got a needle and thread right over here, and I'll fix it.
Oh my gosh! So the song that came to me is "For All We Know," and there's this version that Billie Holiday sings that from her Lady in Satin album.
Yes,
and it's just she's got this huge lush orchestra behind her. And that version of the song has this prologue that I love. So I'm going to sing a cappella for you today.
Acapulco.
All right.
Jesus.
What is
I
happening?
knocked my microphone over.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
All right. It's all good. Sweetheart, the night is growing old. Sweetheart, my love is still untold. A kiss that is never tasted forever and ever is wasted. Didn't quite hit that note. For all we know, we may never meet again. Before you go, make this moment sweet again. We won't say goodnight until the last minute. I'll hold out my hand and my heart will be in it. For all we know, this may only be a dream. We come and we go like the ripples of a stream. So love me tonight. Tomorrow was made for some. Tomorrow may never come. For all we know, for all we know, for all we know. So there was some Acapulco for you. Please unmute yourself, James Jackson Jr.
I'm just over here talking. The garbage truck was coming outside. I'm just over here talking and gaming. I just love that. That was lovely. That really was.
Oh,
I just love when you sing. So that made me very happy.
I have not felt it in my spirit song for a while.
Then all that means is that it's coming back.
Yeah. Oh, listen to Jody Holong. I never told you before,
but I only love you for your voice.
Rude.
There, it's public now.
Rude.
I just think that means that everything is coming back. So can we? So I found this thing that I somehow want to always incorporate this for us.
Okay.
Because it hold on. Oh my god. It is this 1 minute poem. I'm finding it.
Send me in the private chat and I will share it.
Because it captures if everything's coming back and we keep telling folks to get ready. Marsha P. Johnson, who, if you don't know who Marsha P. Johnson is, she is someone you could look up while you're listening to your Brandi Carlile CD. Marsha P. Johnson was an activist, LGBT, heroine, and she used to speak at blah, blah, blah events all over the city going on during a lot of the crises that were happening. But she was a personality, and people always wanted her to do like I don't know, some sort of like cabaret act or something like that. But like she wasn't a singer, but she just had this air about her. about how you should function in life. And there's this small poem that she read about doing anything you do in life, but doing it with soul, because you better put your whole soul into whatever. And I thought that this would be a lovely way for us to close out the evening.
All right. Oh, wait, you know what?
What's that?
I have to remember. Let me do this again, because with this thing, I have to remember to like share the sound. To the share audio. Okay, all right.
But
okay.
first of all, we got through this. We did a whole show by ourselves.
What?
We did.
Who do we think we are?
This is Marsha P. Johnson reading a poem way back in the day. The poem's called "You Gotta Have Soul," which is just her philosophy on how to do things.
You didn't get the message, but I know you did, because I can see that it's going to be.
That's not her. That's a white person.
That's not her. That's a white person.
Okay, here comes Miss Marsha.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am saying a poem for you called Soul. You can count your karma if nirvana is your goals. You can shake and you can rattle. You can rock and roll. You can be a Clark Kent or a Lois or an Alice down a hole. You can be a vampire on a mountain with a heart of stone black coal. You can be a leather angel on a sleek black Harley bike, or a redhead screaming faggot, or a dazzling giant. You can lock yourself in a closet in a fine mean soul, but it really doesn't matter if you ain't got soul.
This is true.
It really doesn't matter if you ain't got soul.
Oh,
That's it. That's the whole thing. I just think that the energy that we put into this each week is very helpful and very therapeutic to me. And I love seeing folks pop up in the chat and seeing people watching. I love hearing from folks during the week who are like, "Oh my God, I didn't watch your show live, but I saw it like the next day or whatever."
Yeah.
And I know that what we put into this comes from our soul. Yeah. And it's very simple, and we don't know what the fuck we're doing, but we're figuring it out. Sometimes it's ratchet, sometimes it's not, but we're here.
Yeah.
We're here. But it always comes from the heart, comes from the soul. And it feels it's nice to have a space where for like an hour and a half, we feel this, because it's very helpful. It's very helpful. And I think as we come back to life publicly, this will be nice to
remember.
Yeah. This will all be very helpful in the end.
In the end.
Yeah.
So I think we're wrapping up our show.
Yeah.
And so
Tune
remember,
in next week.
You can
follow us on all the things.
Yes. And I made this overlay that we've never really used.
Oh my God. Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. I made a yes, ma'am overlay. Never used it.
But now we're going to have things for like pick a pair of patties.
Yes.
No wishes.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, Christine Shepstrand. Like, oh my God. Like, people know our show better than we know our show. Yes, I have a wish. Because it felt so good. Engage with something that brings you overwhelming joy this week. Wow. Just overwhelming joy, whether it be a song, whether it be a walk, whether it be a piece of fruit, whatever. Mm-hmm. Just something that brings you overwhelming joy. Because we need to remember our joy, especially in these times. And yes, Christine is the new producer for the show, Jody, because you didn't show up to the production meeting, Jody Honan.
My one wish.
A Julie Mango. Yes, you a Julie Mango. For all of you who don't live in Jamaica, you don't understand the deliciousness that is a Julie Mango. But anyway.
My one wish, dance. By yourself, be in like the private somewhere, but just put on your song and dance.
And boogie. Well, before... Oh... Tommy Laurie, tell Tommy Laurie to come on camera and say hello to everybody.
Can he hear? He said to come say hi to everybody. Are you done? Yeah, he said nope. He said nope. He's getting food. The dog is drinking. We're just wrapping it up right now. No, it's okay.
Yeah, we love that you're there. So Jason Veazey is our guest.
Jason Veazey is next week.
And he's very excited. He's very, very excited to be on the show next week. You all have been lovely. Do you all have any last comments or last things? Going once, going twice. If that's it, we're going to close out. And I'm going to say good night from 5 Questions with James and Jams. I have been John Andrew Morrison. And this is...
I am James Jackson Jr.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Oh, this.
Oh, Purpies. Wait.
That's Zeke.
All right. Oh, Peppermint Patty. Okay.
Oh, right, Peppermint Patty is a good one too.
Yes. All right. And Zeke. Oh, Zeke Patty. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.